get in Cambodia.
Brian Walker.
Well, I tell you what I'd do. I'd do something rather more radical. I agree with what Anne has said, but I would first of all close all the border camps. That's a very extreme position to adopt, but I saw them being set up in '79. They were designed for a purpose, a political purpose, to secure the Khmer Rouge and to prevent the success of the Hun Sen government, or it was then the Heng Samrin government. And I would close those camps because I think they're trickling aid all the time through to the Khmer Rouge forces. Secondly, I would ask Douglas Hurd to go much further than he has gone. Namely, I would want a permanent British representative in Phnom Penh to talk with government there and to see what advice it can give on the outside from inside the country.
Peter Carey, what would you do?
I mean, I think the major thing is to cut the arms supplies, which are flowing in large quantities through Thailand into Cambodia. CIA reports indicate that the Khmer Rouge have 2 years of supplies dug into the cardamoms. This is a situation which will give them a position to actually threaten the Hun Sen government for a considerable amount of time.
So what you're saying is that a British government could do something now. I mean, there's something, it's not just simply this long step-by-step procedure.
Absolutely, because the political system, sadly and tragically, has failed. We need a complete shift, a complete reversal of postures, and that can only come by someone breaking ranks. I'd like to think it was my government.
Just briefly, what will Cambodia be like if it is continued to be isolated, denied development aid, and have a civil war going on, even at a low-level civil war? What will happen to it?
It'll be desperate. It's already desperate there. I was there just 2 months ago, and I've known over 2 years what the needs of the people are. You need to rebuild the infrastructure, which is in very poor state at the moment, build the hospitals, provide training for people, and one thing the British government could do straight away is give visas to people from Cambodia to be able to come to this country and receive the kind of training that they so desperately need, instead of Cambodia having to rely on the Eastern Bloc, which is what they don't particularly want to be. They want to be non-aligned. But the needs of the Cambodians are desperate. And 1 in 5 children, as you know, die before they reach the age of 5. And when you look at the hospitals, as I'm sure you have done, you see children lying in the corridors on their mother's knees, and people who are drinking dirty water and are dying from clearly diseases which they shouldn't be dying from.
Let me ask Brian Walker, who's had a lot of experience in developing countries. Brian, what will happen to Cambodia?
Well, John, you and I were there in 1979, and I think it will be an unmitigated, morally indefensible disaster. Because a government which only still has 200 to 300 people to run the country, to organize all their training, to manage their economy, to do everything, cannot do that with 8 million people